Okay, we can do this. It's a Tuesday. And live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado on a May 19th, the Modern Eater Show continues. Jay Parker on the ones and twos. Greg Hollenbach, we're here hanging out with you. It's a 90-degree spring day out and just a beautiful day. So, what do you do on 90-degree spring days, Jay?
You go and you sit on a patio.
You sit on a patio. And sitting on this patio, we're going to catch up with him momentarily. It's Jason McGovern from Crush Pizza and Tap, a great CBS 4-piece done on Jason. I'm going to play that in a minute. Andres Chaparro is going to join us from Rola Urban Colombian Food. He gave us an email, and he says, hey, you know what? I'm opening another restaurant. I think it's a kind of an uplifting story, and we're going to check in with Andres as we're welcoming folks to the stream. Obviously, sharing is caring, and we'd love you to like us. Kelly Whitaker from the Wolf's Tailor and Basta will be on at 2:30 talking patios all day long today. 3 p.m., Andrea Friesi, chef, will join us from Il Posto. That'll be good, right?
Yeah, he'll have something bizarre to say to us.
And Dr. Sara Metz, Code 4 Counseling, and, of course, our spirit guide, 345, Larry Herz from OCN Eats and Drinks will join us. All right, let's jump in. Lots of great conversation. I was sitting in on a webinar just this last hour from the Colorado Restaurant Association and Eat Denver with the Denver mayor's office talking about what it's going to look like upon reopening restaurants in the metro area. And as we've been shut down, how many days, Jay?
65, I believe. 65
days. It looks like the end is in sight. But what will it look like when you go back to your favorite dining establishment? It's going to be Patio City. And here's a great CBS 4-piece, and then we'll catch up with Jason McGovern.
Imagined. For the first time since the state ordered the end of dine-in service, it is now working on a plan to help restaurants serve sit-down customers. But your table might be on the sidewalk instead of in the dining room. Governor Polis is asking cities to change their rules so restaurants can use a lot more outdoor space. The governor wants the restaurants to be allowed to use space that they currently cannot. He believes this will provide the spacing they need to open safely and welcome more customers. Polis will release the full guidelines tomorrow, but talked about his plan today.
If cities value having restaurants and keeping them in business as part of their quality of life, it's really important that they open their sidewalks, parking lots, and or streets in the next few weeks.
Again, we expect the governor to announce the full guidelines tomorrow. Denver, we do know, is the first city to say it's fully on board and is reaching out to its restaurants to make this all work. Our Jeff Todd in the Highlands Ranch neighborhood tonight. Jeff, this is an approach restaurant owners apparently have been thinking about for weeks.
You know, Jim, the biggest problem is that no two restaurants are the same. Some may have ample space. This pizza place has a small patio. It's being used right now for social distancing, keeping customers and staff separated. But it is the biggest factor in reopening for dine-in.
Award-winning pizza, award-winning wings, and award-winning beer.
For the past 5 years, Jason McGovern has been constantly changing his business model.
We're as flexible as we can be in this time.
On Monday, he wore many hats: owner, delivery driver, and prognosticator, and what reopening for dine-in customers could look like. Most
restaurant owners have already been thinking about it. Tents outside, extra umbrellas, patio tables that we don't currently own that we could acquire somehow. It's exciting about it. It's also kind of a little daunting of a task to start thinking about how do we reintroduce customers.
He keeps coming back to the area between the patio and bar.
We have a nice big garage door, so it allows some good ventilation and airflow, so it might be something that we could utilize up there, yet that would mean that we'd have to then bring our to-go business down to our dining room, where we currently replace our customers with pizza boxes.
Reservations could become mandatory to properly space out people, both physically and over time. McGovern says he's eager to find out the new rules, but may not rush to bring customers back.
Just because a guideline comes out and says you can open doesn't mean that it actually still fits the business that we've created here so far.
The city set up this website, and it has a list of things for restaurants to fill out, like what outdoor seating would look like. If it is approved, those restaurants will be able to have that outdoor seating plan into September. But of course, what a lot of restaurants want to know, what will those state guidelines be? We expect to find that out tomorrow. We're live in Denver tonight. Jeff Todd covering Colorado First.
Sweet, thank you. That was a great piece, and we really appreciate that, CBS 4. And we've got the man of the hour. That's right. He's the pizza pirate, the pie peddler, my pepperoni paisan. He's on with us, Jason McGovern. How are you doing from Crush Pizza and Tap?
I am good. I'm remote today. I'm coming to you live from Arvada in my backyard, sitting on a patio on this 90-degree day. So I'm doing well.
I know you're contemplating expanding your business to your back patio.
Yeah, if I could do it from here, that'd be awesome. But let me actually first real quick say he was coming from the Highlands neighborhood, not Highlands Ranch. That was one of the first things I noticed about that CBS 4 spot last night. Highlands, not Highlands Ranch. But anyway.
Not easily confused.
Shocking.
It's okay. But the sentiment is there, and we're talking patios. Now, it's interesting that they went to you, Jason, because you don't have much of a patio at Crush.
Yeah, we've got, it was a strategically placed patio, to be honest, but we can only fit probably about 16 comfortably on the patio. So during some of these summer months, I mean, it gets jam-packed out there. So we're happy to have it, of course, being that Colorado has such wonderful weather throughout most of the year. But in these uncertain times, it makes it a little limiting.
I sat in on a webinar from the Colorado Restaurant Association. It was really cool. They went over a slideshow. I actually clipped the slideshow. I hope I don't get in trouble. I'm going to share it with our audience of what that reopening looks like and patio questions to the city. First of all, do you have any questions? Maybe I can answer them for you.
I'm sure I have lots. I'd have to read over and look over some of the guidelines, and I guess, are the guidelines out yet? That would be a question that I would have because I haven't seen any yet.
No guidelines out, but there are. Gosh, I wish you could see my slideshow. I have limited time with you, probably in the next 5 minutes or so. So I'm just going to talk with you in general. It looks like the Wild Wild West continues as they're trying to obviously make for more space for restaurant operators to be able to provide to their guests. Now, in your case, kind of describe your layout, if you didn't already. Describe your layout over there at Crush and what you have to work with. And then let's talk about what you would potentially apply for in order to expand that space.
Absolutely. First of all, we're located at 1200 West 38th Avenue in the Highland neighborhood, right at the corner of 38th and Calumet. We've got a large-ish dining room area, and then we've got a dining room that leads up to our bar. That is an open bar, open seating. We have some high-top tables, and then those high-top tables kind of lead you naturally out to our patio. And again, we've probably got enough space for 16 people comfortably out there, but it is kind of tight, as we've talked about before. So as we have been hearing rumors and little birdies out there talking to us in regards to what potentially could come down the pipe with reopening of restaurants, and even what some of the other cities across the country have done, we've started to consider what potentially using our walkways outside of our patio would look like, maybe even the parking lot within our area that we're in, because we do have parking, what some of those things might look like. But we're still waiting again on guidelines for temporary barriers to make sure our liquor licenses are, within the guidelines from the excise and tax people as well. So we do have some ideas, and we would like to expand if we could, but then that's going to need permission from, our neighbor, which is a salon, and we're going to also need some permission from our landlords too. So it's not quite as easy as it sounds, but we're excited about the option for it.
Hey, man, your neighbors, all you need is pizza, right? Just bribe them with pizza.
Correct.
That's how that works out. Okay, so a lot of people would say, well, parking lot sounds okay, but I do need some parking. And let's face it, where you're laid out, your parking is a commodity, right?
It is. Depending on, the rest of the our neighbors within our little strip area, parking lot still could be an option for us. Because some of those other businesses haven't really opened yet, and they haven't opened to their fullest capacity. So we might be able to use the parking lot, nights and weekends when they're not open to, give us some more social distancing, give us some more spacing out there. But what happens if it rains? And what happens if, it gets windy? Obviously it does in Colorado. I mean, again, it's not just as easy as saying, yeah, let's throw some tables in the parking lot. I mean, we do have to have processes and guidelines in place ourselves for our own business to make sure that we're giving our customers the best experience we can, even during these uncertain times.
For a flow purpose and liability purpose, this is probably something that you, Jason McGovern, as I know you, will ease into. You're going to wait to see what other folks are up to, what will fit best for you, and you're not going to make any sudden movements, I would imagine.
Yes, that's true, Greg. Absolutely. We've been very fortunate. We've been in a space for 5.5 years. So we've built up a good base of customers. Greg, Jay, Brian, Little Rich, and others have been able to help feed us over this uncertain time as we've fed you all for the last 5.5 years. So we have been very fortunate, not like many, to have had customers come to us for pizza and wings and a little bit of beer. So for us, the guidelines are great. As I mentioned in that piece, we'll have to read them over and digest them. Hopefully they give us enough time to put certain things in place to make sure our workflow, our business works the right way. But we're not in any hurry necessarily, not only for the safety of our customers, but also the safety of our staff as well.
Yeah, especially with, let's face it, pizza is great for curbside and delivery. You've gained traction doing that right now. So it's like protect that first, I would imagine.
Yeah, and again, the thing about it is we do have this patio area, which gives us the ability to do a lot of our curbside pickup and our curbside deliveries, if you will, because we're doing our own deliveries now. It allows us to do that very easily. Now, if we want to use that patio for dining, which we think we would at some point, then we need to move our to-go business somewhere else. And that to-go business might have to go to our dining room. And then what does that look like? Because currently our dining room literally is pizza boxes on top of tables right now because we are doing a lot of to-go business. So again, it's just a process that has to be thought about. It's just a process that has to be talked about with our employees. And then, is there enough demand still from the customers that want to go out? I mean, I think the demand is there, but I think there's also going to be a tempered demand for how many people want to go out and sit at a bar and be exposed to potential things.
Absolutely. Okay, before we leave you, I got to ask you, what's for dinner tonight?
I'm probably going to venture out to another pizza place of mine up in Boulder that I like to go to so often and support them on this Takeout Tuesday, this Colorado curbside. Audrey Jane's Pizza Garage is up in Boulder. She does a bang-up job. We had PBJ for lunch with the kids, and I'm going to do pizza for dinner, pizza and beer.
I was setting you up to talk about all the deliciousness at Crush. Kelly Whitaker coming up. Stick around for that, you guys. Sure. Andres Chaparro is on his way as well as Andrea Frisi from Il Posto. But right now, Jason McGovern, what's a special going on right now, Jason?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got our Crush Care Packs going on right now, so you can find those at our website, www.crushpizzatap.com. So we have a Crush Pack for one, basically gives you pizza, wings, and beer for one. We have a Crush Pack 2, pizza, wings, and beers for 2 people. And then we've got our Crush Pack 3, which is a family pack that allows you to get pizza, wings, and beer for your entire family. And again, those are located on our website, crushpizzatap.com. Or you can call us directly, 720-619-3337. You can also order those Crush Care Packs for delivery. We're doing our own delivery now, as many other restaurants are pivoting in these trying times to save some dollars and provide a better service to our guests. And but pizza, wings, and beer are always at the forefront of what Crush Pizza and Tap does.
And does it well. Everybody calls it Crush. I call it crack pizza because it's delicious and I want it all the time. Jason McGovern, thanks for joining us on the stream today.
Much love, guys. Thank you.
Cool. Jay, grab my computer. We're going to come up with Andres Chaparro in just a minute from Rola Urban Colombian Food. But right now, a message from the Spice Guy.
First, we partner with the best farmers in the world, and then we tell them, we will take it all. Process whole spices daily, blend custom spices to order, keep it fresh, safe, and flavorful. all so that you can get back to doing what you do best. So whether you're a restaurant, a food manufacturer, or an at-home cook, be sure to visit The Spice Guy at www.thespiceguyco.com.
Okay, back to the Modern Eater Show right now. We appreciate you tuning in on this Tuesday. 90 counting degrees out. People are just aching to get back out to their favorite restaurants, crack open a beer, have a libation, and sit out on a patio. And it looks like patio space is going to expand and get even bigger than you could ever imagine. Very proud of the state and local municipalities acting quickly and getting this so that we can expedite those folks that apply for expansions of their patios. Here, let's do this right now. It is 2:19 in the Mile High City, and Andres Chaparro is joining us from Rola Urban Colombian Food. It's been a while since we've caught up, but it's good to see your face again.
How are you? Hey, Jay.
How
are you guys doing?
Good to see you. What are you doing with a jacket on? Are you in Denver right now? Because it's 90 degrees outside.
Indeed, I'm in my office, so we just cranked up the AC, and it's really cool now. So yes, I am rather being inside now than outside, but it's great to have a little bit of cold too.
Andres, we wanted to get you on the stream. I think it's a very cool thing, especially when you get good news in your email box, and I was delighted to see this. I don't want to step on it for you, so please, if you could make that announcement, I would really appreciate it.
And actually, you are the first ones seeing and hearing this, because no one else has been made aware of this. So thank you for opening the doors for us. Yes, thankfully, I've been in negotiations for the last 2 or 3 months with another restaurant, and we were able to acquire it 2 weeks ago. And it's a beautiful, small Colombian restaurant on Colfax. It's called Los Parceros Colombian Restaurant. And I'm 100% owner of this one, so I'm really excited. And people, some of my friends were telling me, what are you doing during this time acquiring a restaurant when there's off-rate? And it's just that first of all, it's a great place. It's in a great location, and the numbers, worked really well. And I've been there for the last 2 weeks, and I couldn't be happier. Has a great customer base, and people follow us and they come in. So really excited. So thank you for giving us the opportunity. Yeah. So
yes,
and keeping employees, on board, and keeping the doors open and keeping things going. That's what matters.
Oh, so cool that opportunity found you in such a troubling time, and I hope that others can be blessed with some more opportunity as well. And I know that there are struggles for folks to continue to maintain and keep their businesses, and I have to tell you that don't lose hope. You may lose your business in some capacity, but I have a great feeling that folks will come back and rear their heads in many other ways with any other businesses. Los Parceros, what does that mean?
Parcero is kind of a nickname that we use, like the word dude that we use in Colombia, in a city called Medellin. So, but it has this kind of a feeling of being really good friends. So you will say that to someone in the morning, in the evening, anytime, and it's very much used. So it's called, usually the word is actually parce. So we just do the broader word parceros, which is a general for everyone. And it's great because identify us in Colombia when we say hello to each other in this particular part of Colombia, Medellin.
Very cool, man. Thank you for sharing this with us. What can we expect from this particular location?
Well, this place has been open for 8 years. It's been open since almost 8 years, since 2013. And we have a delicious dish that is called Bandeja Paisa. And one time it was considered as one of the dishes with the highest level of cholesterol in the world. Why? Because it has chorizo, it has steak, it has fried pork belly, like the chicharrón, the long one, fried egg, arepa, rice, beans, fried plantain, and usually people eat it sometimes at once or twice. I mean, in half in the afternoon, in the evening. So we have that, but it's delicious. It's just that it's so rich and it's wonderful. The flavor is amazing, and we have as well the arepas, and we have Colombian juices as well, and beer. We have a liquor license, which is great too. So we bring beer from Colombia and from Dominican Republic and some other places too.
Wow. So that's not your vegetarian option right there, is what you're saying.
And actually, we have a vegetarian option of the same one. So we just remove the meat, and everything else comes in.
Well, there's just plantain left at that point, isn't
it? Exactly, something like that.
That's not something you eat 4 times a week, though.
You do not.
Even 5 times a week.
I mean, 4 times a week, and you can live to be 30, and then that's it.
Andres.
And so, yeah.
While we have you on here, tell us what's going on with Rola Urban Colombian Food. I know that Zeppelin Station, you're not open right now currently, but as you look to reopening, are you on track? Are you there? Are you still going to be around?
Actually, La Rola has been open. We haven't closed.
Oh, you've been open?
Yeah, completely. We were able to stay open, and actually today we're doing the friends and family again to support those who lost jobs in the restaurant business. So we're doing it today again. We did it last week and 3 weeks ago. So and we were able to stay open because we got the PPP. So we brought everyone back, even though Zeppelin is very limited, the access. Consumers were able to continue ordering from us. I activated the online service and ordering and free delivery as long as you are within 7 miles radius. So we had to adjust. We didn't want to lose the consumer base and continue expanding.
I want you to know the Colorado Restaurant Foundation, we did a benefit fundraiser for this wonderful organization. It's called the Angel Relief Fund. And those are unrecognized friends out there. There are some opportunities for a grant. And I wanted to make you aware of it to pass that along to some of your colleagues because they are qualifying and activating. They have $1.6 million that is in an account that they're looking to get out into the community. And they're very much so emphasizing service industry folks in our community that are under-recognized. And I wanted to get that into your hands.
Greg, can you repeat which one is the foundation?
Yep, you bet. And Jay, maybe you can speak a little bit more about this process because I know you looked into it more, but it's called the Angel Relief Fund. And that's the Colorado Restaurant Foundation, and that's the nonprofit arm for the Colorado Restaurant Association. Jay?
Yeah, the application is pretty easy. All you need to, it'll ask you a few questions just regarding where you worked and how long and when you lost your job and why. Was it COVID related and so on and so forth. And then you have to prove your residency with a pay stub. And I just used my taxes. I applied, and I used my tax form from this year for both for proof of employment of being in the food and beverage industry and then proof of residency.
Yeah, and I think when they ask for proof of residency, it's just they want to know that you're living somewhere.
Yeah, they
someplace to send the check to.
A bill. They ask for a bill.
Yeah.
So something in your name.
Got it.
Very cool.
All right.
Aside from congratulations and other things, but I wanted to ask you about your new location. And do you have any outdoor seating?
Yes, we have actually 2 tables. So we're excited about the conference call or video call that was taking place a few minutes ago, which is laying out a little bit of the path to be able to activate the patio. So we're looking forward to that too.
Fantastic.
To hopefully, yeah. So, and that was another reason as well. We wanted it to do it. It's just, it has the patio activated and he's ready to go.
Thank you for the announcement. Do it one more time to the folks that are just joining us, and then we'll bid you good day. And we'll be catching up with Kelly Whitaker from the Wolf's Tailor and Basta next on the stream. And, Jay, if you could grab that off the printer for me, I'd appreciate it while we finish up here with Andre.
Awesome. So, Greg and Jay, thank you so much. So here is just Parcero's restaurant. This is it. We're located on 5922 East Colfax. We're close to Monaco, between Monaco and Jersey. And looking forward to having everyone, and excited to continue supporting the local business and having more employees. But thank you guys for opening the door and continue supporting us.
We'll be down
Great
there.
to have the.
We'll be down there to further support you.
And have the Bandeja Paisa.
That's
Andres. It will be on me?
No, it will not. We will support you. It's Andres Chaparro and Rola Urban Colombian Food. And it's new concept. So proud of you. Thank you so much. We'll see you down the road.
Thank you, guys. Ciao.
Ciao. Kelly Whitaker standing by. We'll jump to that. But supporting breweries right now is more important than ever. And Brews Beers in Midtown and on Colfax. They'd like to have your business. Here's a cool thing, Jay Parker. Like many businesses, Brews Beers is navigating through this challenging time through COVID. But please, Denver businesses recover, and they need your help. If you buy a $50 online gift certificate or gift card from Brews Beers, that's brewsbeers.com, B-R-U-Z, beers.com, to redeem later in person, they're going to give you a $10 Amazon gift card just for doing that. $50 to a local business, they're going to give you $10 back to Amazon.
Love it.
That's fantastic.
Brewsbeers.com.
Brewsbeers.com. Continuing on right now, he made time for us, so we got to take it. It's Kelly Whitaker from the Wolf's Tailor and Basta and so many others. Man, it's a long list, and I'm so proud of this gentleman. He's always out there in our community and just cutting new road as we navigate through. Love catching up with you. Chef Kelly Whitaker, how are you, sir?
I'm pretty good, man. How are you guys today?
Good. Well, look at that little basketball hoop behind you. Are we in Kelly Whitaker's bedroom today?
Yeah, we're actually in my, that's part of my kitchen, you know. I chop and I shoot. That's what I do.
Do you really? Oh, my God. I've had, the reason why I ask is I had one of those all through growing up. I'm wondering where in the hell it went, but I used to love to utilize that with wadded up newspaper. Just take a shot. Yeah. Take a shot.
Exactly.
Cool, man.
So how's it going today?
Well,
you
good, know, better seeing that smile. You've got the million. Are you growing the hair back out yet?
A little bit, yeah.
Here it comes.
I've been in a like argument with my wife about it. She's always she's not really letting me know what she wants to hear. She's in the room too. You can say hi to her today, but
everybody's.
I said, you know, she's like, it's growing on her. She's like, I kind of like it now, so I think you should kind of stick with the mode until. She thinks I should write it out a little longer.
Well, not to make your wife jealous, though, but my mother commented that Kelly Whitaker has the most beautiful eyes. That's from my mom.
Very nice.
that's from Patricia.
Yeah, look at him looking over at her like, did you hear that?
Yeah,
all right.
That's right. Get on board with that. Okay, Kelly, so many things going on right now, but as we're kind of rebooting or getting ready for restaurants, and I wanted to just go through your locations of how you're going to handle this. I'm kind of excited to see it. Others are like, let's wait and see, but expanding patio space. What's that going to look like? Quit flirting.
I like I love the idea of expanded patio. You know, I always like, there's the part of the pandemic type stuff that you're like, you think about, but I always like, you know, I try to just pretend some of this stuff. You kind of, I think it's healthy to block out some of the stuff that's going on all the time with it. You know, when I think of like Denver going to al fresco, like patio dining all over the city, I'm like, whoa, this is cool. It's like very European. It's very like some of my favorite open markets. And it brings up so many thoughts of like other places in the world that I love to go and eat on patios versus just like a normal restaurant patio. Like I have a lot behind the Wolf's Tailor, and I just imagined like, because we have a great backyard for a dining room. And I used to take people through our dining room at Wolf's and be like so proud of how Kevin and I laid out the room where it was like you could eat there and have different experiences all the time. And that's really jammed us up now with the distancing and the type of, so what was, again, I think I mentioned this before, what I was really proud of before with that was like, now that's maybe not a great idea that I did that, but like our patio is great. And behind our patio, we have a lot. And I'm just thinking, wow, like Sunnyside neighborhood, I've got this lot. What could I do with that? And what could I do with our backyard? And I'm just like, man, what an opportunity to do something really cool. I thought about like high top tables out at the lot, you know, where people could be served out there and it could be standing and socializing. And I could rope off little 6-foot sort of sections with the standing table and umbrella and make it fun and then bring people into the backyard.
Now that's sexy. And that's kind of an experience.
It's an experience. And then they come into the backyard of Wolf's and then they get to sit down and eat, you know, like, so you're getting almost 2 outdoor experiences. And what I always wanted about Wolf's, to be able to have people eat in the different sections. If I could start sectioning that off, I think it could be a lot of fun. And of course, we started, you know, planting all of our gardens in the back of Wolf last week. So it's great to see and feel and eat in the garden and watch things grow and watch things bloom right now. I think it's a real positive vibe versus like even being in the restaurant. So ours, of course, I've said this before, we're going to start slowly, but the idea of having, you know, a dining room open right now to me just isn't, like you just said, the patio is kind of sexy, right? Or whatever. Indoor dining seems stuffy right now to me. I don't know. I'm just not ready to be like, try to figure out my dining room, so to speak. We're thinking about it, but I don't need an answer. I like the weather feels good right now. I would just push and lean towards that. It sounds cool. You know, Seidel was talking about it in front of Mercantile down at Union Station, because there's not a lot of people downtown other than like construction workers right now. And so we're both kind of like, you know, how do we treat downtown? And the dairy block is actually up against the city right now to make that because the hotel controls the liquor license for the alleyways at the dairy block. And so Frank Bonanno, of course, the milk market, and we have that sort of space, and none of us can take our drinks out there. And, you know, again, what a unique opportunity that dairy blocks, like, you know what, we'll cancel our whole liquor license out there if we can pull this common consumption. They've been fighting common consumption the whole time. They've been kind of the leader of the city because they really wanted that block to be common consumption. So they've been fighting it the last couple of years with the city. And now, you know, during this, they're saying, look, we've had this planned out, mapped out for a couple of years. Can we try it out a couple of months? So it's actually being considered right now, which I think, again, would just open up a really cool opportunity to create some uniqueness downtown. But I could just, you know, sitting out in that big open area in front of Mercantile, it would be awesome, you know, under an umbrella and eating Alex's food. Sounds pretty special to me.
Sounds good to me too. I keep going back to Wolf's Tailor because of that space is just such a unique opportunity. How do you go about as an operator to execute that and in a time frame? Is it just slow and see how other folks do it, or just kind of get your ideas from you and your team? And again, when you're talking about kind of roping things off and giving an experience, I see it like Central Park, they're actually drawing circles around areas on the lawn to where that's your space. Space is going to be important for folks and not feeling like it's being encroached upon. I think. I don't know. But where do you go when it's just in your mind, just speculation? How do you filter through all of that?
We have our situation room team right now. I mean, we're lucky. Like, I don't hire like an architect firm, right? I hire a guy that is an architect, as a team, and Kevin from regular architecture, I bring him up all the time, but he's an extension of who we are. And actually, you know, like, he's actually becoming a partner in our new grain mill because he believes in our business so much. So it's the same with the person who built the furniture at Wolf's. Donnie is their company is amazing, and he's reached out to me. But on like, what do we do to divide walls and put up things. But Kevin is actually is helping the Colorado Restaurant Association come up with guidelines on what it's going to look like. So I'm super lucky because I don't know, this whole time when we go through building a restaurant, we make relationships and we try to hang on to those. And it goes beyond like, hey dude, I'm giving you money to build my spot and design it. It's like, hey dude, what else are you working on? And that type of mentality, in a time like this has served us really well, because now we've got a team that's essentially like, hey, what can we do? Do we need to build this for you? Or do we need to design this? So Kevin is literally like, some of the stuff he's fighting for is based on the Wolf's Tailor. A perfect example is we've got those booths that are backed up to each other, and he wants to put, a nice, looking wood piece of wall to make them high, kind of high back booths, and the city's saying no, that's not good enough. And Kevin's like, you want 6 feet of distancing over a wall.
Yeah.
Like a wall is a wall.
Yeah.
How if someone's going to be within each other on one side of a wall and the other, just because that's not 6 feet apart, it's a barrier.
It's a better,
so that tiny little.
It's better because you've got a barrier to
better.
Block anything.
That's a sneeze guard.
Yeah.
It's a sneeze guard. It's everything. So, that you're not going to get better than that. And so that's why, like, those little details, those things that I don't even think about is why a guy like him and having teams like this is like so important. And he's sharing that information with the world. So like anybody who is getting guidelines right now, a lot of it's coming from him and a couple other people in Denver that are helping set the guidelines for this stuff. But it's been, that's sort of our process, at least, is like, yeah, we try to come up and shoot holes in these things as much as possible and then figure out where to go from there.
I guarantee it, an international guy as you are, you're probably looking at other places in the world and other restaurateurs that are actually opened up in other cities and what that looks like. I know we caught up with Troy Gard the other day, and he was in Houston opening up that palatial, just enormous restaurant that he has there. Kind of works in different.
He likes to go big.
I guess so.
I'm like, dude, I'm like the opposite of that. I'm like, God bless Troy Gard, man. Oh my God.
Right. So
he likes to take on those big projects, man. God bless him.
The models are so different, but what are you and your task force, the team, looking at, internationally or nationally, of some places that you're like, there's some cool ideas in there, or this person's doing it right, or is there anything out there that's notable to you?
Dude, the picture that's circulating on the web right now, those little like glass boxes from Amsterdam where you got those people sitting in the boxes and stuff like that. My favorite is the one I saw some like TikTok or something of a like Chick-fil-A line where everybody's in like these plastic suits. They're not like hazmats, but they're like cones, and they take the orders inside their cone. And I was like, is that real? I don't even know if that's real, but no, I had a great week. I told you this before, working with a group in Hong Kong, the Yardbird group. They have a couple different concepts: Ronin, Yardbird, Sunday's Groceries, and Sunday Spirits, which is like a whiskey company. Amazing group of people. Like their group inspires me so much, from like the way that they operate, the way that they brand, the way that they think. Just a very impressive group. I think, so I went over there before opening Wolf's and had a chance to cut chicken at their yakitori spot, Yardbird, for a week. I went in every morning, and I looked like a fool compared to like, they take a chicken apart to form 18 different styles of skewers from one chicken.
Whoa.
So if you think of all the little cuts on a chicken, and I don't even think like that when you think whole animal butchery is a thing when it comes to like, like a pig. Like when you see something like that, you're like, whoa, man, this is next level. And so as a cool opportunity, I worked I cut chickens every morning with them. And then I, went to Ronin, their little 9-seat chef counter, and it's more of seafood and bar and whiskey bar, and they just have the most incredible whiskey selection of all time. And then Sunday Grocery is like this cool sandwich shop, and you know, that has like a menu board, and you can kind of open it, and they've got a secret like stash of like really heady whiskeys you can buy. And I'm just so amazed. Everything they think of is like just cool, man. Like, you know, so you hear my quarantine pets right now.
I was wondering, is that a cat? Is that a child? Is somebody yelling, Dad?
Oh,
I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, it does sound like that. No. So yeah, we're fostering a couple lambs.
Are you really, man?
Yeah.
Are they in your house?
They're in my garage. I'll take you out there in a second and introduce you to Mochi and Baby.
I was going to ask you, too.
I said it.
People are
go ahead.
There's a rush on chickens right now, man. People are buying up chickens to get into their yard. I don't know if you're in a townhome or a house or whatever, but gardening, chickens, people are looking at all of these things right now as they've been sitting at home going, how can we be more so? Hey, here's a real weird one for you. Thomas Keller at the White House yesterday. Did you catch any of that?
I did catch a little bit, but let me just say one more thing about the Yardbird, because you did ask me the question. I tend to go way off about the group and the cool factor, but you know, they even put out some stuff online that showed what they're doing. And so I think, like, you know, that for us was one of the first sources we pointed to on a global scale to look at a group and say, look, Hong Kong went through this. They're going through this right now. China's in a different world. And, you know, rather than be like, oh man, you hear about some of the stuff that Korea's done, you know, and Chang talks about some of it on his podcast and stuff about really how far ahead, because they really went through this, you know, 4 or 5 times. They had 4 or 5 pandemics that occurred, and it's like, you know, everybody kind of knew what to do. It's like flip a switch, go into that mode. And so, like, Yardbird has been putting out some great information on, like, you know, and they're doing temperature checks at the host stand and all this stuff. And you know, and then like just receiving that and being like, I kind of think that's applicable to us in the US, or I don't, or whatever. But I think that's kind of one of the main, you know, people we've been looking to. So no, let's talk about Thomas Keller. I didn't get to catch all of it. I want to hear more about it. Like, cause I wanted to watch it in full today, and I'm thinking, like, can I even sit through this thing? Like, is it going to frustrate me so much that, was it frustrating for you?
Yeah,
like,
it will.
What was it for you?
Well, the one thing that stood out for me is when Thomas Keller brought up about people he's worked with and the butter. Did you hear anything about the butter?
Oh yeah, I saw the butter. Like him saying, is it better butter? Is it like, you know?
Yeah, so Trump brings it down to cost, and Keller talks about how cost is not a question that he asks. So I'm going, okay, well, maybe that's true. Cost has to be, but ingredients and working with families and purveyors, I'm on the side of working with small businesses and having those close relationships. Mm-hmm. Does cost matter? It's going to be a higher cost, I think, than getting the truck that drops everything off to you in one day. But you have great relationships with people and purveyors and farmers. I think that if there was anything that Keller's done right lately, he hit a home run on that. I felt very good about that.
Yeah, I think he's always, you know, when you look at that area and you look at Alice Waters and Thomas Keller and their influence and really their ability to, you know, be in an environment like that where they have a farm and can, you know, that they're so heavily reliant upon that ecosystem. It's kind of like going to the Western Slope in Colorado. Like I've only been over there a few times. I work a lot with Thistle Whistle Farm, and I went over to pick up some vegetables from him at one point because I just wanted to see, because he just grows the craziest stuff. He's actually bringing us a ton of starts for our gardens next week. He's driving over just for us to bring us all this stuff. It's like amazing. But Mark is awesome. And I went over there and I'm just like, wow, like this is in Colorado. You could live year round and you could solely rely on just the people around you and do a restaurant here. It makes you kind of want to open a restaurant there, right? Mm-hmm. And Northern California in that area has always had that ability and understands it from, you know, a way of life. If you go to Vermont, it's a way of life. You can get, unpasteurized milk delivered to the restaurant, and just there's things that can happen, that are just like, so I think it is a bubble in a sense. It's not everywhere that we get to talk about this. I think about a lot of the communities when we start talking about independent restaurants. I'm overwhelmed with the sense of like what's happening in rural communities and stuff, like, in the deep South or like, places that were already just impoverished and below the line and don't have access to food at all. And so there's got to be that taken into consideration when you talk about the, $5 pound of butter, or for me, in my sense, I think about all the time, again, with the $3 pound of flour for grain, right? And how do we get access to those that need the access the most? And it just has to constantly be a conversation, or the White House is going to continue to listen to McDonald's, right? They're going to have the statistics to show that McDonald's in rural communities is better because it's cheaper, and and they don't understand the medical side of that. They don't understand what the long-term cost to the planet and the impact and those things. And, but it's so good that the government's starting to listen to independent restaurants. I hope it soaks in. I don't think so. Do you think it's going to work? I don't know, man.
I mean, it's interesting.
Like what does Trump care about butter other than like he obviously I don't know. I don't want to get political, but I want to speak my mind when it comes to like when it comes to the food supply chain right now, when it comes to racism in this country, when it comes to, you go down the checklist right now and I'm like, it's appalling what is happening. And I'm just like, yet I'm still, and I'm from Oklahoma, and I still get the question, like, people are starting to go the same thing in an election year. They're going like, is Biden better than, than Trump? Or do you really think that's an answer? And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't want to get political, but there are things happening that are so in front of us that are right, just obvious, like not because I'm a foodie, but just because I'm a human that is like, dude, this makes sense. Like, this doesn't make sense. I just wish it was that conversation, that Thomas Keller is like, doesn't this make sense? And Trump's like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to compute. Well, I don't know if it's getting through,
You'd never really think politics and food, but it's starting to show. And really, and I didn't expect a conversation like this, but if we can do 2-3 minutes of it, I love it, having this type of back and forth. It's not the food in your life, but it's the life in your food. And the minute that we can get back to that, where butter isn't just butter, that the sentiment that Keller was trying to give is, not only are you supporting a family, but you're getting different flavors and tastes depending on the time of the year and what kind of grass these cows are eating and when, and just the different nuances. And he really took them to school on food, and living in a day and age to where non-conventional, it's backwards. Conventional food is GMO ridden. Organic food is non-conventional or a one-off. We've got everything backwards right now, Chef, and that's where I would love to hear your comments on. I mean, I think I know how we got here. But is there that reversal? Does it take all of us to recognize
I think it would take a pandemic to change all of this.
Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe. I think it would take I think it would have to take a collision because,
at least a pandemic to open people's eyes to a bigger conversation
the food
that
chain,
they're aware of it.
The food chain has been exposed, absolutely exposed.
It's been exposed, and we can't just blame China. And I've been to those markets. I've seen all of that. I've been traveling through. My sister had lived over there lived there for, over 20 years, and her kids are there. And I've been visiting, my family's been visiting her for 20 years. I've been to Xi'an night markets. I've been to all of those, and you see it and then you're kind of like, and I also, by the way, eat a lot of stuff there that I probably like, I'm like, what is this? Like there's definitely that going on. But as someone who wanted to, who wants to like live like an inspired chef life, like Bourdain or something, I'm like, okay, I'll just eat that. I'll eat that. And, luckily my family speaks Mandarin and they could walk me through it. We could talk to the people about the food and whatever. But I've been doing that for so long, and you see stuff and you're like, I mean, when you go into a meat market there and you see it piled up, the animals on the floor, they're sitting in blood. There's that, not being taken care of thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, man, I can't believe that they get away with this. Forget about health department, forget about, and this is like such a problem in China. And then you're like, oh, wait a minute. Have you ever seen a factory farm in Iowa? Have you ever seen, like, I would argue heavily against what we do here in the U.S. at our markets. If you've ever been to a feedlot and you've seen some of the stuff, or chicken coops and the stuff that, and you're like, oh, you think a night market? I've been to the depths of the night market, man. I've seen and eaten the food from there. And, I just think that like, you got to look at both sides of the stuff that's happening on our soil in the United States. Look how much has been caused from it. Look how many diseases have come out of U.S. factory farm facilities. And I just like, you can't argue with it. It's there. It's just swept under the rug. It's not talked about enough. And we're sitting here saying, this is a China problem, and it's a global problem. On one person's night market is another person's factory farm. And so, anywhere where Trump or any government wants to put up an argument, the USDA, FDA, I mean, I'll just call every single person, every group out right now. When you talk about a broken system, you don't have to guess where the broken system is. It's right in front of us. Mm-hmm. There are countless documentaries on Netflix other than about lions and whatever that show you exactly what's happening with this stuff. This isn't made up footage. These are animals on top of animals, on top of feces, on top of, it's disgusting. Mm. And what we're doing to do that, and on one end you have the PETA extreme, and I'm in a way very glad they're there. I don't agree with with the aggressiveness of them. One time I'm doing an event with Nate at Black Belly Butcher, and they came in and stormed in, and man, the ranchers took care of them really quickly. It was a great moment of picking people up and taking them out, and we're also doing a meat event right across from a Wendy's, right? I'm like, dude, walk across the street. There has to be some balance, like you said, between our views on some of the stuff around, what a Wendy's is compared to what we're doing with animal husbandry right across the street with Nate, who couldn't care more than anybody I know about animals. Yeah. The guy cares completely and knows it greatly and honors the animal more than anybody I know. And so I just think it's like you said, it's a very broken, polarizing system of like all the way down to the butter conversation, but really on the larger scale situation, the local family. I want to continue the local family and support, but why we're thinking about grain on a massive scale and growing wheat like we are in Colorado is because, like, again, we have to think about a larger food supply chain, how that can work regionally or locally, and kind of rethink everything. That's my soapbox for the day. I don't even know.
No, man.
You led me down that hole.
I didn't like Chef. You listen. We need to go down this rabbit hole more often. And you know why? Is because I really truly think it's an educational piece. And the more people are turned on to what you do, what we do here at the Modern Eater, showing these relationships, letting these local ranchers and farmers tell their stories, show their food, show their happy, healthy animals, show them out wandering around. Like little kids, I could take you right now to a pig farm.
Do you want to see mine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about it.
That's a good segue. This is my garage.
Thank you, brother.
This is like,
this is the way.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Where did
Are we cool?
Where's the goats?
Yeah. Where the goats?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you have them on a rope. They're on the... Oh, they're fixing the fence is why they're on the rope.
Aw. Look at these little guys.
So, I mean, this is right on the topic since we're on the topic. These are 3-week-old lambs in my garage, Mochi and Baby. And, my daughter was volunteering with Eric Skokan at a Black Cat. The other day when I told you we were visiting with him, he actually took us over to this spot on the way to Lions that had 400 or 500 of the lambs out there just grazing across the hillside. And so they need lots of hands to help right now. So she was volunteering, and these two, unfortunately, their mother got infected and had to get taken out of the herd, so to speak, because she was sick, really sick. And so when that happens, they look for little Eric looks and Jill Skokan look for foster families to take these for a couple weeks, bottle feed them until they're ready to go. And yes, we set up a great little pen for them. And we have, like I said, they're only tied up right now. We don't tie up our animals, like our wild animals like this, but they're fixing the barricade. These two have a tendency to break out of things pretty easily. So
I'm smiling ear to ear right now.
But they're great. They're like, they're just, Somi taught them how to go for walks around the neighborhood. So super cuties.
Are they keeping you up at night?
No, they've been pretty quiet. They've grown really fond of my daughter. So now they used to not make any noise, but when she walks away, like they get really sad now because she's like the mama bear.
Hey, can I see in your refrigerator before we let you go?
No.
I
don't know what's in there. Like, dude, I
can't show.
I will do a product plug real quick because this happened. Actually, and I definitely don't. This isn't a bragging or a gloating thing, but I would like to shout out this company, Good Nature. This is behind me. This is this space age machine. Is the first ever countertop cold press juice extractor. So like the smallest machines before run about $15,000. So this is the first one. So they gave it to me for testing at the Wolf's beyond just like juice, right? So I can cold press turmeric and I can so I've had this crazy thing. They sent it to me right before this happened, to play with for a while. And I've had the luxury of having a insane cold press juicer during the pandemic for my morning juices. But that's Good Nature Pro. So maybe we should have them on sometime and talk about their machines.
I'm writing it down right now. If you have any contact information for those folks, shoot it over to me and I'll get them on.
Is it easy to clean?
You just that's the thing. You just pop it out and it goes right in the dishwasher. It's so crazy easy, man. It's like, I can't, right now I have, at all the restaurants, different restaurants, I'm using ginger and turmeric and other bases of juices throughout our salad dressings and stuff, all cold pressed through this machine. So when you get ginger turmeric dressing on a raw carrot fennel salad at Wolf's, we're cold pressing instead of putting fiber through a traditional juicer. And it's pretty delicious stuff.
I love it, man. This is more than we bargained for today. We're actually in your house, which is cool enough as it is. We got to see some goats and met the family, but Chef Kelly Whitaker and obviously we congratulate you each time, but nominated James Beer nominee, and it's down to 4 here locally. But I got to tell you, man, any one of those 4, I'd be great. But I'm rooting for you, man. I am.
Thanks, man. I'm rooting for everyone.
I know.
I appreciate the pull, but it's awesome. Good on good, man. That's all I can say.
Good on good. Good to see your face. Man. We'll catch up with you as much as you'll let us. But there he is, Chef Kelly Whitaker. Thanks, man, for your time.
What's up, Andrea?
Can you see it? Do you guys know each other?
Yeah, man. I'm a fan.
Put these two together for a second.
We don't get to hang out enough, but I do like that, man.
Hey, Andrea, how are you?
He's connecting to audio.
How are you?
There he is.
Sorry, guys.
No problem.
Sorry, guys.
¿Cómo está?
Benissimo.
To post. Oh, nice.
Look at that.
The post.
Jeez Louise.
I was watching Michael Jordan last night, and he said, I think Because the only other guy who smokes cigars is mine. Right?
Hey, Andrea, I'm gonna come have a cigar with you soon, man. Is that cool?
Come over, dude. We have
Okay,
some
man.
grappa.
Oh man, grappa sounds so nice. I'm gonna come visit you. I love seeing what you're working on, man. Let me know if we can tag team on anything, dude.
We should.
I love that you're. Are you hanging in good or what? You hanging in well?
Well, well, you know me. I'm a good fighter. I fight a good fight.
Dude, I
Fight
root
hard.
for it. I root for Italians all day, man. The Italians are fighter, man. You look
Listen,
at Don Michele in Napoli; it's got holes in the side from bombs. You know, like
listen.
I know when I lived there, I've never seen more people that fight harder than the Italians, man.
Listen. Circumstances are not gonna change. They're not gonna put me down. I'm not gonna let circumstances make my life worse. I'm gonna do something about it.
Yeah,
Simple as
man.
that.
Well, it's good to see your face, man. I'll come
Good to see you.
check in and have a cigar with you soon,
Good
man.
to see you. I'm missing to go now to your place next to my home.
Yeah, soon enough, man. We'll get back online.
I know. This bureaucracy is killing me.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it, man. Andre, good to see you, man.
Come over, dude.
And
Okay.
I'll definitely stop by.
Okay.
Take
Ciao.
care, guys.
Good to see you.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Ciao.
See ya, Chef. I was just going to let them roll as long as they wanted to
I
go.
know, right?
What's up, Chef Reese? How are you at El Posto?
I'm
right
good.
now?
My panini grill just arrived. Tomorrow I'm starting my focacciate program. It's gonna be amazing. I don't know if
Whoa,
you
watch your
follow me.
language, huh?
No, focacciate.
Hey, you too, man. You too.
You too.
right.
Focacciate, you and your mama. Wow.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Hey, Chef,
Why not?
man, we're looking at it, and they're ramping back up. It looks like there are dates being set, and
Yeah.
your first impression. You're ready to go, man. I know you are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Town hall meeting today about patio, about possible extension of patio. It doesn't apply for everyone because, apply for people with a parking lot. You have to apply for an extended license. They're not gonna make it easier for you. You got to apply for stuff. The problem is the bureaucracy is still moving slowly when you have something like this to do. Instead of make it easier for us, they're very afraid of people taking advantage. I understand that because you know what? There's some people that take advantage of things all the time. There are people like that. So, but at the same time, in this case, they should make it easier, but they clearly not because bureaucracy moves slow. Is the fact of bureaucracy, right? And bureaucrats never run a business, so they don't fucking understand what it is. Sorry, Flip. They don't understand how is running a business. Because bureaucrats get money anyway. Doesn't matter pandemic, no pandemic, they're getting paid, right? And so they don't understand what it takes for us to feed people and have the right to make a living. Because we have a right to make a living. And when they take away your right to make a living, well, that's Russia. So
Well said. I was in on that town hall meeting again today. So what was your takeaway from it? Your takeaway from it was it's going to be very difficult, but my takeaway is they're pretty much going, and what did they call these people? They called these people, you'll have a process navigator there, Chef, and that process navigator will hold your hand. But how are they? There's going to be just an influx of frenzy.
well, first of all, they don't have people to do so. How many restaurants, how many bars? What are they going to do? They're going to send around, they're going to hire part-time people to come and check us out. That's not possible, right? So we are very good regulated people. Already during this pandemic and this closure, we were really compliant. We complied. We did it very well. Besides few rare people, everyone shut up and did what we were told, and in a very diligent way. So they should know who we are. And also, we don't want to create a mass of people right away because it's not what we intend to. We want to just start to make business to get ready for step 3, right? And so but also we do know what we're doing, and we're not going to rush it. Notice already how we're working and how we are be very attentive to what we do. We are very attentive to our customers, to our employees. We are probably the most health conscious people restaurant business are from the day one because we have very tough guidelines. even in normal time. So we know what to do. They just, the bureaucrats, right? So,
All right, I want to do this with you if you don't mind. So I captured a few of those slideshows from today's presentation. I want to go over a little bit with you and talk about
okay,
your patio space too.
okay,
You were just out. You're still outside there. If
yeah,
you turn your phone sideways, will it open up your full camera? Let's see if it does.
yeah, I will do so.
Okay, cool. And then you're able to turn it to the other side, but give people a little. Yeah, there you go. Oops, it just went away. You had it there. 1 second. Let it.
All
Yeah.
right, so
Okay.
let's go from, as you say,
So tell people where you're at. What street
So
that is.
this is Latimer, right? That's downtown, right? That's the Mission. Okay, that's the other part of Latimer where DCM is. We have here a very large patio. If you notice, our patio is very large. Now, right now, the seating capacity was 36 in a previous way, and so all patioing in this side. So we're going to spread it all the way because we used to have a lounge here, so the lounge we're gonna be gone, and so we're gonna create seating right here more. So we have plenty of space for people to sit.
How about the sidewalk you're standing on right now?
So we're thinking about also maybe to use this part here, this section right here.
You are set up.
Maybe they can take this bike situation out. So we do have, fortunately, one of the biggest patio and the well-spread patio to be very safe and healthy and doing a good business. Not the same I used to do, but at least doing some business.
Okay, so here's what they have laid out. Here's the first slide, and you can't see this, Chef Freezy, but we're showing this to our audience.
You talk to me.
Yeah, the first slide says parameters for expanded outdoor space, and here's the column, what could be allowed. And in the what could be allowed area is expansion into designated outdoor areas, such as adjacent parking lots, streets, and sidewalks. Sit-down dining, customer pickup, carry-out service, temporary tents, railings, shades, and benches. So to create kind of that outdoor experience. Here's what will not be allowed. No standing areas. No live entertainment or games. No amplified sound. Movies, music, broadcast sports, so on and so forth. So it sounds like they just want it strictly for dining, which you can do. You can pull that off.
No, what I can do, but I remind you, when they say to you, you can do tent, if your tent is really big, you need to go to the builder department and get a permit. So, and that takes forever. So I'm once again, bureaucracy is not helping to get these things get rolling.
It says eligibility. Here's what's eligible. Restaurants, cafes, fast food outlets, coffee shops, bars, taverns, brew pubs, breweries, microbreweries, distilleries, pubs, wineries, tasting rooms, and other similar places of public accommodations offering food, beverage, or alcoholic beverages for on-premise consumption. Not eligible. Food trucks and other mobile food establishments that have been able to continue to operate and serve to-go food. So food trucks excluded. Hours of operations and program durations. The hours of operations for new patios, Sundays through Thursdays. Outdoor patios are required to close by 10 p.m. That's an interesting little curveball right there. For new patios, Sundays through Thursday, that excludes weekends. What do you figure the logic is in that?
Crowds. Also to new people to get to understand how to do it. But for us is no problem because we do have a patio existing, so that doesn't affect us. 10 o'clock p.m., we used to do that anyway. Summer do 11. But that's okay. We deal with that, no problem.
So Friday, Saturday, and federal holidays, outdoor patios are required to close by 11. For existing patios, keep current approved hours. What are your current approved hours for your patio already?
Well, 11 to 2:30, 5 to 11 p.m.
So that wouldn't change too much. The program duration, once restaurants, bars are permitted open, patio expansions will be available to those eligible businesses for the duration of the outdoor summer dining season through September 7th, 2020. So a couple months, 2-3 months. Is this something that will help you and your business to gain capacity that you will lose from your inside seating?
Yeah, of course. Well, I don't know when, the 25th, they're going to tell us about inside seating too, if we have anything going on. Uh, every city they open, even in Italy, the inside seating is actually approved by 25%. So I don't know. I don't know if that part of the program, it might be. I'm lucky because I got a large patio, and so I can do some business. I'm just wondering for the people without patio, what they're going to do about it.
Yeah. I have to probably guess that you're not going to make too many changes outdoors because of what you already have, and you want to probably keep the sidewalks clear, right?
Yeah, I'm going to spread it out. The table you see right now, they're going to be spreaded so people feel safe. You can now sit bigger part of the seats, but we don't do that in a patio anyway. So for us, it's okay. But, clearly, I wonder, if they're going to let us have people inside as well as sitting at the bar too.
The key dates and next steps, and this is where it gets a little bizarre and weird. So to date, here's what to date they've been working on. Mayor's Economic Relief and Recovery Council and city agencies, the Mayor's Office of Excise and Licenses, Department of Transportation and Infrastructure, Community Planning and Development, Denver Economic Development and Opportunity, Denver Department of Public Health, Office of Special Events, all the bureaucrats that you love, and the City Attorney's Office in partnership with the Colorado Restaurant Association and Eat Denver have been working swiftly to develop a way to expand options for restaurants and bars to expand outdoors. I don't know if we can say anything's been done swiftly. Can you say that, Chef?
No, it's not. Because Cincinnati and Kansas City are already doing that. And, so they're already doing that for a while.
May 18th, and that's today. Yeah. It's today, May 18th, I think it is. Temporary order.
May 19th today.
Today's the 19th. So yesterday, temporary outdoor expansion interest forms available online. So those forms are available online. So between now and the 25th, here's what's supposed to happen. City coordinating with state and health guidance for business, including restaurants and bars. City reviews application and assigns each business a process navigator to provide one-on-one support and coordinate inspections for restaurants, bars preparing for reopening with expanded outdoor use. Between now and May 25th, next Monday, do you believe the city will be able to handle the influx of inquiries and work one-on-one with people in order to expand their patios and parking lots? And
no, what's going to happen is this. They're going to start to open the people with already the patio like us and review the other one. So you're not going to be able to do all that. I don't think so. If they do, I'll be fantastically surprised. But, bureaucracy doesn't move very quick. And so I don't see that happen. But if I'm wrong, I'll be really happy. Go ahead.
Here's the next really frustrating portion of this. May 25th. Governor Polis expected, throw that word in there, to announce new guidance for the industry, next phase for safer at home. And then to be determined, restaurant bars reopen based on state guidance approval. Chef, you don't know whether you should be contacting your vendors right now, how much you should be ordering, when that date is.
I think it's going to happen just because I know people in the task force, they're talking about with the governor, and it's going to happen. They need to happen. We can only wait so long. It's a very unresting feeling by business people, and more so is going to be, and more is going to be. And compliance is still being followed, but they got to move because compliance is not going to be followed for so long if they don't do something about it.
All right, I'm getting my calendar out right now. Me, you, and Jay are going to take bets on the day that you can have dining in your restaurant. Now, 25th is next Monday. It's Memorial Day. It can't be Monday. He's not going to say, okay, today's the day, is he?
No, he's gonna be probably the first week of June. That's what I'm feeling.
So June 1 is on a Monday. It's a 1 week from Memorial Day. That's your guess? June 1?
That's my guess. I put my money down.
You got $10 on June 1.
I got 20.
You got 20 on June 1. All right, I got 20 on May 29th.
Really? For the weekend? I don't think so. They're going to start on a weekend. They're going to start on a Monday, so it's soft. They're going to start on Monday because they can actually
you might be right on
through.
that. Damn it!
Of course I'm right.
Don't talk him out of his dumb bet, Chef.
Of course I'm right.
Wait,
well, you're talking yourself out of 20 bones.
What? But maybe, just maybe, that the weekend would be
20 bones.
Yeah, 20 bones, man.
Jay, what's your guess?
I mean, I'll just go hump day to get in between the sheets on you guys.
What, the June 3rd or
no, that May 3rd. You said the May 1st.
Wait, May 3rd is a month ago. June.
Oh, June.
Come on. Jay.
What am I looking?
I want Jay's bet.
June 3rd. Yeah,
I want your money, Jay.
Yeah, hump day.
Well,
money. Listen, man, I'm not even putting any money in the kitty. I'm just picking a date. Like if I have to pay somebody $20, I got a fisticuff out in the street for that.
So you're going on the 3rd?
Yeah, I'll go 3rd.
Okay, so if we're rolling the dice, and Chef, I think I'm going to go with you on June 1st. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to activate the Modern Eater Show and get out into restaurants to show people what's going down. June 1st. Can we be at your spot June 1st?
I think so. It'll be fun.
It's a Monday.
Yeah, why not? We've been doing this now. We're becoming a one-man fucking show, so we can do this.
I know you can. And
sorry,
you're all.
I'm really pumped out today. I'm pumped out because I'm anxious. I'm very anxious.
What are some of the creative things your staff's been coming up with lately? Every time I see is something new's going on there.
Am I right? First things, our pies are selling like crazy, right? You know that. We have a pie shop now.
Show it to
But also, first of all, we have our own...
Those are sweet fingers you have.
Thank you.
Take your fingers off the lens there, buddy.
We make our... Do you see it?
Yeah, Chef, your fingers are over the camera, though.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
How's now?
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect.
Okay. So this is our... we can our own wine. We get our own canner right here.
Nice.
We bought a canning machine because we can. No pun intended. Wow, that was good. That was really good. So we have that. And then we do pies like crazy. We sell a lot of pies. So follow me. Let's go here. So, by the way, this is my new panini grill machine.
Oh, nice.
Tomorrow we're making focaccia. It's the first day, and people is going crazy. We have a burrata focaccia with prosciutto and arugula. We have chicken parmigiana. No, I'm sorry. We have a eggplant parmigiana focaccia with peperonata and olive spread. And we have a truffle prosciutto mushroom focaccia and a chicken Milanese focaccia. This is the last best chef.
Hey, how you doing?
He's doing all the pies.
Hey, man,
a lot of pies. A lot of pies. We're doing like 45 pies. Selling 45 pie every 3 days. That is not bad. Like, let me see.
Wait,
so these are all the pies already ordered.
That's amazing.
So.
Oh, look at that. Where's the pecan pie?
Right here.
You got pecan?
1.5 pounds. Yeah, we do. We sell a lot of that. Oh, right here.
There it is. What do one of those pies go for, Chef?
25.
Oh, that's perfect.
And the biggest that we sell is the strawberry rhubarb. Sell a lot of that. So there we go.
Who's cooking today?
So that's what we do. Well, we have JJ. Oh, hold on a second. We have Caleb.
Hey, Caleb.
Right there. JJ. Tonight they are on the clock. So, we have all our stuff here. We talk about every day. All our stuff right here. So,
you're ready
about
to roll.
what we're doing. We organize everything. It's a mise en place. During shift, we clean the kitchen completely, all the way, everything out. And so.
What's your in-house dining plans, Chef? I know you've got a fairly intimate dining room, but you've got these killer booths. Have those been approved for distancing?
Well, I don't know yet, but one they do this, they're gonna tell us to do inside. These are very safe.
Awesome.
For distancing and be yourself quite distance from people.
Very safe.
That they work. And so what I'm doing on Friday? I'm doing a wine glass yard sale. I have about 400 wine glasses that we don't use anymore. We're gonna do a yard sale on a patio.
Oh, that's very cool.
to sell glasses.
You got. So, did you tell me that you have all of your employees back?
Mostly, we do. We have a lot of employees working. We have multiple different shifts. We just got a cleaning guy back to clean the restaurant, so we're gonna start to revitalize the patio. We're gonna plant flower and everything on the patio to make it look beautiful.
Yeah, you're kind of doing this now, but just take your time, and I want you to talk about between now and what you believe to be reopening June 1st. Talk about what steps you'll be taking in order to get your restaurant ready. All from soup to nuts, man. Vendors, dates, the whole thing.
So all the vendors, we're already working with them right now because we are opening as an operation. So even if we don't order like we used to, we're using everybody from Altus Farm or Terra, from Fresh Guy to Cheese Importer to everybody. We're working with them because we have an operational restaurant, and also we have Vero and the fish market open, so we use the same vendors in all the places. So we don't lose anybody. Wine, we just buy wine because we're selling quite a bit of wine. The menu is developing right now for the first phase. Tasting a recipe and everything else. Training process is starting already. Me and my chef, Patsy and Mario, are going to be in the kitchen as soon as we open and make sure everything's okay. We are really hardworking people, so we're going to be fine with that. Training with the staff, we are training right now the front of the house. They're studying wine, they're studying procedure, they're studying health situation. We're getting all these things together. And, for us, it's sometimes easier than other people because we've been operating under distress, but we've been operating. So we used to this. This is a normal day at the office, right?
Yep. Okay, I want to take you through this thought process because I don't think that this has really been discussed yet. But social media is an interesting thing. It can be very helpful and it can be very detrimental.
Very much so.
As far as folks on your patio, and it could be just a glimmer in time of where people are sitting down and they're having a good time and a couple of libations are in, and they're spending a couple of $100 with you. But they get up and they all get together for a selfie, and the photo's out there, and it looks like people are ignoring social distancing at your restaurant. How are you going to train your staff to handle if, say, two tables are outside and they're like, oh, we know these guys over here. Can we push these two tables together?
No, we won't. No, we will not do that. Clearly, by the way, people is used to this right now. Everybody is kind of used to it, and people is kind of self-managing themselves. I don't see a lot of social distortion. I don't see that. And for us, it's much easier to be a guardian during this situation when people listen to it. And it's also, Denver is a pretty intelligent town. People is smart here and they're self-conscious and also progressive. So we're going to be very vocal about it in the right way and make sure that this stuff doesn't happen. Make sure the masks are on when we are operating. Make sure which menu are disposable every time you use a menu. We're going to throw them away. We got a new menu. We're going to print a lot of menu. We're going to kill a lot of trees. So that's what it is, right? And so we will make sure, especially, we're going to spread the table around in such a way that you can put it together. In a patio, it's very difficult to do so anyway, the way we set it up. And people is not doing that. They will not probably do so. And they do so, we'll say, no, I'm sorry. And we're going to control it from the hostess to the server, to us, to the GM, to the sommelier. We've been doing this for 2 months. We've been fighting. I feel like I'm in Stalingrad. And so we've been fighting and we know what to do. And we even if I have a feeling about discontent about the bureaucracy and the way they're moving. And I think they are overreaching. At the same time, I'm not going to do any social disobedience because that's not my place in this life. And I'm not going to do it. Because I have to protect my people and my staff, right? So
you're thinking very clearly.
My opinion are one things, my faction in with my restaurant other things, but I'm gonna be vocal.
Mm-hmm. All right, last one for you, and it's a heavy one. I hope you can handle this.
Of course, I can handle it.
What was it like to get your hair cut just a couple of days ago?
It was so good. I felt so normal. Yeah. I felt normality. First of all, my hair are I'm like Samson. Got my, I gotta be careful.
Yeah.
My hair are my power. But I felt normal. I felt really normal. And I was talking to my hairdresser. Like she's the same one. I really like her. She's awesome. And she's so busy. She's so booked because everybody want to do it. And she's like, I do 12 hours a day and I have an appointment after an appointment after an appointment. And so people is ready to spend money. Also, people say, well, people not going to have money. They lost job, but a lot of people didn't spend any money during this time. It's a lot of saving. I just read it 2 days ago that credit card debts went down 30% because people is not spending money. They put money on credit card debts. So me too. I don't spend any money. It's not money to be spent anyway, besides buying cigars.
Well,
That's it.
Well, unless you go out on a date or two, right?
Well, it's not. Where are you going on a date? In a park?
Yeah.
I don't go on a date in a park. I'm not bummed. I'm not doing that.
Chef, I love you, man. I can't wait to get put aside. We'll broadcast on the street if we have to, but we want to be there and we want to support you and we
That'd
want
be
to
great.
show the place and anytime we need to get our spirits lifted and just kind of reset the button, we go to you and Chef.
Oh, thank you.
Chef Andrea Friesi here with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man. Thank you. We'll catch up soon, all right? I'll call
All
you
right,
offline.
brother.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Grab
Ciao.
my computer here, Jay. Before we go to our next guest, what a show it was today. Dr. Sara Metz is coming in right now. But right now, I want to give you a word from the Spice Guy.
Hey there, barbecue all-star. This is your year, so what if you weren't drafted? The only draft you need to be worried about is actually spelled DRAUGHT, and it's adult for the word beer. It's barbecue season, baby. Now get out there and grill your ass off.
That was pretty cool. Get your backyard
I've
barbecue.
got those loaded too, where I can just fire them in.
Well, man, I got to make sure it happens.
Well, just tell me.
Jeff Rourke, A-Plus Beverage Solutions, 720-272-3809. I gave his phone number first. Why, Jay? It's important.
Okay, yeah.
It's important. It's a family-owned and operated business, and Jeff Rourke has been in the business for 20 years. What business is that? Pray tell?
The installation and maintenance of tap lines.
How important is that?
Well, if you're pouring draft beer or anything on draft, I mean, it's basically your whole business.
If you're pouring inefficient beer, what are you doing, Rebecca and Jay?
You're pouring your money and your dreams down the drain.
Don't pour it down the drain. Get a hold of the man. $10 per line. He'll clean them, and you need it.
Yeah. Especially because, like I said, somebody's going to be pouring 69, 70-day-old beer in their lines and not realize it.
Well, here's what's important, man, is as we've seen the supply chains just get devastated with restaurants being on the bench, right? That happened to craft breweries, too. Mm-hmm. And getting craft beer to the people's mouths has been very, very difficult. And the big beers have been up 10%. And that is not bidding well. But once we get back to it, Rebecca Berry, make me a promise that only craft and local beer you'll drink for the extended future. Will you make that promise to me?
Well, I'll make that promise, except I can't drink beer.
Uh-oh.
I've got that thing, but I'll drink local.
Can you drink Holiday beer?
Actually, I love it. I love Holiday. It's so good.
Gluten-free beer.
Gluten-free pizza.
All right,
what a great excuse to overindulge in some beer, that you can only have the gluten-free beer. And it's like, well, I mean, listen, I had 18 because I can't have regular.
Jeff Rourke wants to make sure your tap lines are clean. 720-272-3809. I'll give it to you again. Restaurateurs and operators, come on, get ready. $10 per line. He'll clean them out. 720-272-3809. Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions. Our friend Rebecca Berry. I guess you're the doctor today.
Apparently, except I think she's a little smarter and prettier, but I'll take it.
I don't know about either of those two things. The very capable and smart and pretty Rebecca Berry here with us. Hot Schedules by 4th. You've been doing so much work in this community. I don't even know where to begin with you. Maybe you can just lead me down the road.
Yeah, actually, today was really exciting. We met at 50. I was with Steve from Cloudbreak Advisory. We met at 5280 Burger Bar in Westminster with Fox 31 with Nicole Fiero, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. And we did an interview with them on safety and sanitation and what they're looking at for reopening. So look for that. I'm not quite sure if it's airing this afternoon or tomorrow. I know she had to make some edits to it. And following that, we actually just finished up about an hour ago putting our webinar series together. It's the second part of reopening. So Steve had asked me to join, and it's going to launch, I believe, 10 a.m. on Thursday. And with that, you can find our registration either through my Facebook, my LinkedIn, or on Steve's website. It's cloudbreakadv.com. And we're going to go through everything that is suggested because we're not attorneys, from safety, sanitation, and HR. So that's everything, meaning like your handbooks that need to be updated, how you're going to rehire and onboard people, where hand washing stations need to be, how you're going to handle menus, everything that we've been discussing over the last few weeks. So we're trying to get a jump start on it and add to the content that's out there right now.
Awesome. So, Steve, we need to. I think our whole show crashed the day we were interviewing Steve. Didn't it?
It did.
Yeah, we need to get Steve back, right, Jay, for part 2.
Cloud break.
But maybe now it is more important than ever in the day or two ahead. So when's the webinar again, Rebecca?
It's on Thursday.
On Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday morning. And we'll be doing commentary on it as well. Even though it's pre-recorded, we will actually be on through it to answer questions or give resources the best that we can.
How about Thursday during the stream, we do a recap with both you and Steve?
I think that's a great idea. We'll just have to make sure he's available, but I definitely can be.
Oh, well, perfect. I mean, we'll take that. No problem for sure. The reason why I was calling you yesterday, and then you called me back today, you want to know?
I do.
Okay, so I need you to do me a favor, and you'll be great at this. Can you dial me in? I'm asking all of our show sponsors to dial in a 30 or 60-second clip. If you want your 30-second clip to run in the first hour and then second hour, cool. If you want 1 60-second, cool. But give me something fresh and updated that's just guerrilla style, right? That's you, selfie style. Get it over to us, and you saw me run Zach's commercial just there, of course.
It looked great. I really liked it.
Well, he made major production in his. But I want it just guerrilla and you, but I want current and fresh information. As restaurants are revamping, I think it's more important than ever that you're getting into their ear on a daily basis. So as fresh as you can keep it for us, bring it on in. We're going to play it for you, and we're going to run it every single day.
You got it. And actually, you must have been reading my mind because I was thinking that we needed to update. So I'm going to even try to step it up a bit and see if we can't get one of our hot schedules powered by Fourth customers to host me in their restaurant so we can chat about a few quick things for 30 seconds.
Rebecca, get creative with it. Have other people talk about it. I know you'll do a great job with it, but the sky's the limit. Get out there and get some cool stuff. And
I love it, Greg.
Talk about hot schedules by Fourth and what you're up to as well.
Yeah, you guys. So we are a professional employment organization. A PEO is my side of the business with Hot Schedules powered by Fourth. So we do everything regarding liability. We've got you taken care of. So we handle all of your payroll, your taxes, compliance issues, anything that may arise from workers' comp or EPLI challenges. We can help you rehire, hire, onboard, and make sure everything's documented appropriately. With our labor side as well, scheduling's key, you guys, and also being able to have people on deck essentially in case somebody is unable to make it into work and to have a platform that you can communicate through. So everything is, electronic, which is great, but we are specific to the food service and hospitality industry. So you can reach me at rebecca.berry@fourth.com.
And make her your partner, she's going to be there for you and trusted in the industry and just a friend in the community. Get a hold of her, rebecca.berry@fourth.com. Actually going to try and get Rich O'Brien on for a second.
I love Rich. He's a dear friend of mine. He's
just an awesome guy. We actually toured the facility at Elevation Food Service Reps, I don't know, last Friday. Look at me and Jay and little Rich go in there. It's like Goodfellas walking into this place. and Rich is there, and then Pearson Shields, the chef Pearson, is there, and just preparing some food. Facility is so cool. What he does as far as helping folks out as well, too. We introduced him to a couple people, Justin Brunson. Those two fell in love immediately.
I could see that easily.
Yeah. And then we introduced him to, and I want to introduce you to George Eater from Pizza Republica. And,
yes.
Yes, and those two hit it off just as well. So I think anybody who meets Rich O'Brien, I call him Daddy O.
You can't not love the guy. I mean, he's just phenomenal. I've known Rich for probably 7 or 8 years, and he's been a friend, a mentor, and he opened up his facility actually for me to record a webinar I did with Max Gill and Grill a couple weeks ago. He helped us with feeding the firehouses with the Redbird Project, allowing us to come into the kitchen to prep. And he's just an all-around great person with great products. He has a great product line. He carries all the top-notch Middleby lines, Cambro. So all the things that you're going to need in your kitchen for quality food, quality holding, quality delivery. I just had to give him that little commercial because I think he's wonderful and his products are great. So
that is so cool. Rebecca Berry talking about Rich O'Brien. It's a tight-knit community, and truly get a hold of the people that are going to make sure they got your back. You want to. So Jay took a little video. It was on Monday. I think we could probably play that if you don't get a hold of Rich.
I reached out, but I could definitely play it.
Get that queued up, but I want to do a top. You want to do a topic, Rebecca?
Sure.
Okay, here's the topic. There's a run on backyard chickens. Did you know that?
I did not.
People are getting their chickens, and why not? I mean, more and more the pandemic scared people about their food supply, right? And fresh eggs and that kind of thing. But the pullet, you know what a pullet is, Jay?
A pullet?
Yeah.
No.
Rebecca, do you?
No.
It's just a juvenile hen, right? A juvenile hen. Okay.
Oh, juvenile hen.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
No. It's a young chicken? Is that what we're talking about? Are we talking about a young chicken?
Okay.
In so many directions, Greg, I'm starting to get scared.
I know. Backyard chickenry is hot right now, you guys, and I have to wonder. So, Carrie Baird is doing backyard chickens, right? Chef Carrie Baird. More and more people, and I'm looking into this. There's a chicken shortage. People are wanting to get chickens for their backyard. Now, I go both ways on it because imagine being the neighbor, right? Mm-hmm. And imagine having a couple.
You don't want that.
You don't want that?
No, nobody wants that.
Nobody wants
chicken
that?
going berserk.
I think I would be tolerant if I got some eggs to my front door.
Well, yeah, and then the one day that you don't get eggs, that morning you're throwing antifreeze over the fence.
No, you're not, Jay. Oh, really?
Well, I mean, I don't know. If you want chickens, get chickens. I don't think I'd like to hear chickens.
Well, here's what I was going to
cawing
ask.
Or whatever they do.
Now, I live in a high rise in Cherry Creek. Mm-hmm. You think I could do patio chickens, or would that just be way?
I mean, if you tie them up and tie them up in a cage and let them hang there, but then you'll get a lot of emails.
Have you ever been around many chickens in your past, there, Rebecca?
I haven't. I actually have a huge fear of birds.
You would not want chickens, man. And these chickens, I'm telling you what, we've visited a few chicken farms, right? And a couple chicken coops. Man, these chickens, they'll do whatever, whenever, however. They'll peck anything. They'll eat anything. You got to keep stuff away from them. So chickens, you got to tend to them and corral them pretty good. You remember that one chicken farm we saw? They were on top of cars.
Yeah. I didn't see any on top of cars, but
you
it wasn't. It wasn't like your poster child. It's not your poster child for chicken, raising.
Where are you, Rebecca, right now?
I am in my house. There are sirens going off because I live right by 9 News, and so I figured I'd step in. But I can say hi. Oh, Andy went downstairs. Sorry, so you can't say hi to him. But this is
miss me some Andy.
I know.
That's That's one of those cool Washington Park houses, huh? It's got so much character to it, so much woodwork. Whoever painted.
It's just we walk everywhere, so it's great.
Hardwood floors. Hardwood floors.
Hardwood floors. Yep.
Look at all that woodwork, though. I can't help but say, like the window right there, the window tree, all those. Someone painted that. I'll bet you there's beautiful, beautiful wood underneath that.
I'm sure. Well, my roommate has had the house for, I think, 15 years.
Gorgeous.
So there's been a lot of work done to it. And it's just, she bought at the right time. And, it's just great being here, especially during this pandemic. I've been very fortunate to have a nice area to not go too stir crazy with, even though I'm out and about.
The people whoever was living in my house before me, or maybe who put it this way, somebody carpeted the bathrooms.
Oh,
right. Don't you just hate that? And I've only lived on it like that for 12 years, but I'm really thinking about changing it.
Yeah.
You know,
still have carpet?
it's still in there. Yeah. Well, I mean, who am I? I'm not a man. I can't cut it up and put in my own floor.
Hey, we played that Spice Guy commercial. Rebecca, I want to show you a couple of these spice.
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever seen a blue cheese spice?
No.
Blue cheese spice. It's a powder. Jay,
Rich O'Brien's
I'm gonna taste
here.
this. Rich O'Brien's here?
Yeah, he's here.
Hey, Richie.
Hi, you're afraid of birds? I never knew that.
I am. Yeah, I know. Now, too many people know that now. So.
I don't like anything that flies, period.
Have you ever had a blue cheese spice, Rich?
A blue cheese spice?
Yeah. Boy, it's a trip.
No,
But
I've had a blue cheese olive.
Wow, that's an...
Blue cheese martini. Oh, hey, there's Andy.
Andy, hey.
Hey, guys, Modern Eater. Miss you guys. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, brother. Miss you too.
Doesn't look like quarantining's too bad for you.
Yeah, no kidding.
No.
Or is it?
No. Look who I get to hang out with.
Now,
right?
What in the hell is kalonji seed? Kalonji seed. Well, it is.
Well, I guess we should stack that.
Little black seeds. I got to see what it tastes like. Zach Johnson comes across some of the craziest stuff. Whoa. It's like a pepper. Like a black pepper. This Comanche seed.
We're about to have a party in this Zoom room.
Oh, we're Zoom room party is going on?
Well, the doctors,
hey, Rich O'Brien.
Queued up.
Yes, sir.
We got you on the stream here. This is how I'm returning calls today because I've been way too busy. I know you called me. Is this something that you can tell me online here? What you want to talk about? Oh, it's not. Okay. All right. No. It must be that. So the square grouper is ready. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah. The square grouper is ready. We're gonna.
I'm trying to get. I've only got Jay right now.
Oh, you don't want that.
Swipe right.
Yeah. Are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone.
Yeah, swipe right, or if you touch something that says gallery view.
There we go. Okay. See, I'm not very technologically advanced, and I just got home when you texted me. So sorry for the last minute joining.
No, you're all right.
No, you're fine. Perfect timing. Well, you see that pretty girl right there, and Rebecca's with us.
Love Rebecca. Yeah, she's the one who introduced me to you guys.
I thought it was Pearson, but that could be right.
You're right. It was Pearson via email, but Rebecca was the one who at the show was able to kind of show me around. So I'm going to have to give her the props for. It's her fault, Greg, that you're stuck with me now.
No. Don't you guys miss the kitchen being open and our Saturday nights together and?
Big time.
I do. That's what my Saturday nights became. I didn't go out anymore. I just came to see everybody there and mingle with my industry people. It was way better.
It will be back. I was wondering, I was going to ask Jay. Jay, should we try and apply? Because we are licensed as a restaurant here. Should we apply for, like, the whole parking lot to expand our patio? It's like they're not going to. Well, be fine here. Is that Larry Herz? I thought Larry canceled on us today.
No,
he didn't cancel. Told you 3:45.
The doctor's about to be here too. Who's got?
How did this happen?
Well, because Larry was technically 3:30, and so he said, hey, I'm in a meeting.
Wait, I need to get to the bottom of this. Larry, what's your version of this story?
Well, I texted Jay at like 8:00 this morning and told him 3:45.
All of
not true.
Not true.
Up at 8.
Not true. There is no 8:00 text. First of all, hey person, and there's the doctor. I told you, man.
So how come the doctor's here?
Well, because the doctor had a meeting also on the phone, so they were both up in the air as far as what time they could connect. So I was trying to juggle, which is why Rebecca's here, is because I was trying to juggle who's going to come in and who's not.
Oh my goodness!
And
right,
now
dude, I got plenty of stuff to do.
I'm letting
no,
in.
Larry, you hang tight here. I'm going to finish up.
Doctor's much more important than me.
That's not true.
Hey, can I ask Larry a question?
Wait,
sure.
Can we all?
Yeah. Hey, Larry. The Leah Jane fried chicken. Where's that located again?
That's in Avanti, and it was unbelievable.
Okay, yeah, it sure looked it. It really did. When you were with him the other day, and I was like, I just for some reason I didn't follow it, and it's like now I want to go.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about this What's for Lunch is the food is, usually on the half hour to 45-minute old food, depending on where they're coming from. And the fact that food was still crispy and juicy, it was mind-bogglingly good. Even the sandwich, like he put kimchi on his hot chicken. I would never have thought that combination would work, and it worked. He's very talented, that kid who was the chef there, Nick.
Now, today, Ollie, Doctor joins us, Dr. Sara Metz. Hi, Doctor.
Guys, it's a party in here.
It is a party in here.
I love it. Hey!
all of our friends and family. Was today Alibaba Grill on What's for Lunch?
Yeah, Alibaba, 3 locations, Boulder, Golden, and Lohi.
I'm going to give us a clip of this. Here it is. This is on What's for Lunch today. And, of course, Larry Herz, the host of What's for Lunch. You can get this on OCN Eats. Just Facebook it.
Lamb kebab, kefta kebab.
What's kefta?
The kefta kebab, it's a ground lamb.
Lamb, I thought so.
And the ground beef, the chicken kebab and lamb kebab. With the veggie kebabs also. And this salad is called, this is just serving with the meat. It's very special salad with the meat.
Okay. Yeah. Combine the two together, wrap it up in a pita.
And this is Shirazi salad. It's very special
that
salad.
Looks
very
delicious.
healthy also. All fresh.
What's all in this?
It's cucumber, onion, parsley, tomato, lemon juice, lettuce, just for presentation. Also, olive oil, salt, little bit touch of black pepper, just for flavor.
Looks so fresh.
I actually tuned into this one. And Alibaba Grill, first of all, where's that at, Larry? Yep, where's that at, Alibaba Grill?
So the Lohi, Golden, and Boulder.
They brought enough food for an army for you.
Yeah. You know what? Most of the people are back in the office, so they ate well today. I did share. I didn't eat it all.
You did share. Oh, that's fantastic. They're opening up a new location next to. See how you can tell, huh? Test me on this.
You actually listen?
Yeah. So next to Carve, right?
No, it's crazy. Do you know where Carve was on Colorado Boulevard?
On Mississippi, Colorado, right?
Yeah, in the back of that weird shopping center. I think it's like 1,000 South Colorado. So it's actually they took over Carve, and they're calling it Crave, and they were able to switch the letters around and save money on the sign.
They did not.
Yes, they did.
Mark Whistler you remember the Good Son on Colfax?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard him to say that.
And then it turned into the Goods.
The Goods. The Good Son.
I always thought, next, if that doesn't work out, it could turn into a church and just squeeze it together and be the God. Put that together.
Signs are expensive, and it takes a long time permitting. It's not as simple as you think it is.
They're doing a name change as well. Look for that. I got to hook you up with Mark Whistler at the Goods on Colfax. Here's what I want to do, a round robin, if you guys don't mind. Then we'll talk about openings and closing, and then we'll see if anybody needs a check on their brain at all while the doctor's here. And then Rich O'Brien, if somebody needs something to carry their food to go so that it stays warm, Rich will give us a Cambro for that. All right, round robin. We'll start out with Rebecca Berry. Your favorite patio to eat on?
Oh, wow. I didn't know this was coming, and there's so many.
And then, so there's going to be an and then to this. And then when you tell your favorite patio, is it ambiance? Is it food? Is it service? Is it...
Yeah, I have to say there's a lot of my favorites, and this isn't just because we met with them today. It truly is. The patio at 5280 Burger Bar Westminster, I love sitting out there. You can have the open bar. The food's great. The staff is amazing. It's consistent, and it's not too crowded. So I'd say for right now, again, there's too many to choose from, but at the top of my head with all around food and service and ambiance and laughs and knowing the ownership there and the owners and just being able to go in and feel like family. That's probably one of my favorites.
Probably because it's fresh on your mind, so you can get a do-over if you, by the end of it, you go, oh, you know what, I messed up on. It's okay. Just hang on to that one. Rich O'Brien, you're in the hot seat.
I would probably say the Waterloo in Louisville rooftop bar. nice and open. They got good burgers. They always have a nice selection of beer. And I think probably why I like it the most is because I can walk home.
You can stumble home.
Yes. So
very, very cool. Very cool. Dr. Sara Metz?
My dog is chiming in. Probably in part because you guys were just talking about it, but Avanti has a great rooftop.
Yes,
I love hanging out there. It's
Yeah.
an amazing view. You've got a million food options. That to me is the full experience. You can get great food and sit up there and just enjoy the day.
I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, that's a good one. But that's a $75 Uber ride for me.
Rich, I'll take you over there for 30, bud.
You got it. Tell you what, I'll give you $31.50, Jay.
Sold.
I was going to try and guess Larry's, but I don't know if I can guess on this one.
I want to hear what you would guess.
Oh man, I know how much you like softed, but I don't. There's really no patio to speak of, really, is there?
No, there's been outdoor seating.
It's kind of got the inside. And
I've eaten their outdoor patio.
Gosh,
it's okay.
Trying to think of what Larry. I give up, Larry. I can't get you on this one.
So there's two different subjects here. One is Mrs. OCN Eats doesn't like to eat outside. She doesn't like bugs in her food. I don't eat outside a lot. So, but I do like Bacon Social House in Littleton has a rooftop patio with a view of the mountains. That's awesome. And so that's what I would pick for today.
Does it have to be local? Damn it, coming from me. What the hell's wrong with me?
Local.
That's terrible. Jay, you go, but it can't be Gibby's big backyard.
Hey, man, you know what's funny is they actually had a nice patio, but it was a smoking patio, and oh, don't even get me started. I would say, honestly, even though I haven't eaten on it yet, but where I want to eat on a patio is at Il Posto. Being down there a few times and talking with
really?
Chef, right there on the corner, and there's a lot, but my reasoning has nothing to do with temperature, but it's the location and the people watching. Yeah. There's some interesting folks.
You know what was
area.
A good patio was Governor's Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you guys agree? Governor's Park was cool. Shut down. Okay.
Bruce Beers has a really cool one too. I mean, that's not restaurant, but if you're gonna.
So in Highlands there, overlooking now Lola, I'm thinking of Lola for myself. But there's also this patio. Is it Lola? Larry, you might know. Is it Lola or connected to it that they have like this outdoor mezzanine with vines and little water fountains and stuff like that? Does anybody here know what I'm talking about?
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
It's next door to it. No, actually, I think you're right, Greg. I think it's next door.
Yeah,
it used to be a bar, I want to say.
That was beautiful. But that one place on Larimer Street, and it's closed now, cool patio. It's not closed. It's just changed. What was it before? It was at the end of the street. At the end of Rich's block on Larimer Street and right by Rockalitas, one block down. What was that called?
Oh.
Damn it. How am I? We're all restaurant lovers here.
I'll throw out another one, though. Little Man Ice Cream. Like, circling back to our conversation on Saturday about my love of ice cream. You can just sit out at Little Man Ice Cream and eat ice cream on there. They have, great outdoor space.
What's your requirement for a cool patio? Mine definitely has to be people watching and comfort.
People watching. Mm-hmm. You win extra points if you've got good music.
Music, yep. That works out, too. And then, obviously, you have to have good food. But what is the most important thing of a patio for anybody else? Mine is probably...
I think comfort.
Yep, comfort.
Yeah.
Comfort, old guys. So if we can say someplace else, there's a place in Naples, Florida called La Playa Resort. And they have a restaurant called the Turtle Club inside of there. And you can... What, Larry? You're shaking your head no?
Keep it local.
Oh, keep it local.
Hey, listen, man. The
it's
locals
local
everywhere. Locals everywhere you go.
All right, are we going to be crushed on restaurant closings today? Any close today?
No. Everybody's got their PPP money. Nobody's closing.
I saw a closure. The Market.
That's a month ago already.
Oh, really?
I did it on your show.
Yes, you did. He's busy pushing buttons.
Are you sure?
2 Memorial Day weekend deals, and then I'm out. Steuben's Uptown is doing lobster roll kits to go, Comes with everything. Even comes with Sam Adams and whoopie pies.
Hey, wait, when are they doing that? Because I've been craving a lobster roll. I was going to go to Main Shack, but
I love me some Jack. I'm not going to argue with you there. This is a kit. It's for 4 people.
Do you know how much?
Bucks.
How much?
$150, but it's like many courses. Comes with salad, dessert, the whole thing, and beer. And then Humboldt Fish and Wine is doing live Maine lobsters. They're flying them in $99 for 2 lobsters with all the fixins and the bib and the drawn butter. So you got to pre-order these things. That's what I'm seeing for Memorial Day weekend. Restaurants are doing a lot of neat things, kits, family style stuff to take home, to cook, like Ocean Prime. You can take home the steaks and cook them yourself. I think you get a better deal that way if you're cooking it yourself. And Jason is going to do it too at Crush. He's going to be doing some weekend Memorial Day cooking wings yourself at home. They'll all be cooked already. You just throw them on the grill and sauce them up to finish them.
Oh, awesome. We had Jason on to start the show today.
I saw. He's a big star now on CBS 4.
He did, yeah, but although they kind of offended him and said Jason in Highlands Ranch.
Highlands Ranch, yeah.
Instead of
that
the
is
Highlands.
People in the Highlands.
All right, your mic dropping us, hitting the mic and running? All right.
Yes.
We'll see. Are you golfing tomorrow, Larry?
How'd you know that? I was going to tell you. I haven't even told you yet.
See?
I haven't even told my boss yet.
All right, I know things, man. I keep my ear to the ground.
That's hilarious.
All right, we'll see you on Thursday, man. Enjoy your day off. Okay, cool. Hey, are we all taking Memorial Day off? Everybody is? You are?
Yep.
We're not going to.
You're doing the show on Memorial Day?
I don't know, Jay. Should we take the day off? We probably should take the day off.
I mean, I don't know. Man, I can't even. I'm pushing buttons. Every time somebody drops out, all the names are in the wrong places, so I've got to go back and and move the names. I'm dealing with big fish here,
I understand. Hey, Rebecca, it's been a while since you've seen the doctor. Is there anything burning on your mind that you need help with?
No, but I just cannot wait till we can get together. I was telling her my best friend lives in Castle Rock and I love the area that she's in. So more so just waiting to have dinner with her and Nick.
I'm so excited. We got to do a big get together with all of us. But yeah, definitely something in Castle Rock. I just had Castle Cafe fried chicken for dinner last night, sitting in the park with my friends. So that was a nice little get together.
That's cool. Doctor, I think we're all pretty good today.
I love it. We'll go.
How about you? Do you need any counseling? I'm pretty good at it. Lay one on me. You got a problem?
Let's see you do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you ask me a question.
Oh, I'm asking you a question?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And remember, Jay was a bartender, so he's probably heard it all too.
I got an answer for everything, but most of the time I make it up as I go.
I think, Greg, you had such good ideas yesterday about how we're going to help people figure out how to pivot this next round and manage humanity as they open up their patios. So I hope you make sure that you keep spreading that word about how much people need to prepare for that.
I think we're setting it up now. We're kind of paving the way. Guys, just so you know, Rich and Rebecca, we're taking the Modern Eater show on the road. I haven't told Jay the second portion of this. We're going to do our round of restaurants, right? Probably 2 weeks we'll be on the road with that. But then after that, generally in June is what, Jay?
Summertime.
Road trip.
Yeah.
We're going to hit the road, and we're going to go hit ranches and farms and breweries and distilleries, and we're going to take a loop in Colorado and keep everybody connected to what's really important, the purveyors. And
how do we get on that bus?
Rich, you got an open invite, but keep this for all of your calendars, right? And this is a camping one. First of all, is there anybody that hates camp? Dr. Metz, you don't like glamping? Can you glam?
I'll glam. Can we glam?
Yes, there'll be restrooms. Yes, this is in Paonia, Colorado.
I love Paonia.
It's at Big B's, and it'll be on the summer solstice. And they have great camp spots, and there's actually
I'm totally there for that.
You could be in for that? Okay, summer solstice
absolutely.
is – does anybody know the date of summer solstice? It happens every year, same time.
June.
The 20th?
21st?
I got nothing.
I
got nothing.
Who's looking? Nobody's looking?
Me. I'm looking.
I think Rich is. What did you say it was, Rebecca?
I said the 21st.
Ooh, dang, that's really close. Rich, you said.
Well, 21st is Father's Day, so it must be the 20th.
It is the 20th.
Yeah,
you got it. So summer solstice, we're going to do a summer solstice party, and none better than to spend with our friends and family. We'll get some chefs up there. We'll barbecue. We'll do a live show. We'll tell stories around the campfire. And I'm looking forward to just getting back out there and supporting the people that really make it happen for us.
That sounds amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You guys, all right, we got to cut this sucker loose. We'll be back here at 2 p.m. tomorrow for a Wednesday, a hump day, as we revamp. What a full show today was. Just Jason McGovern starting out the show, Andres Chaparro from Rola Urban Colombian Food, and he's got a new location he's opening up, Los Pasaros. And did I say that wrong, Jay?
No, it's all right.
How do you say it?
Los Parceros.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. What do you say that meant? That it meant like the
dude.
The dude?
Yeah.
The dudes.
2:30, Kelly Whitaker was on, and Chef Andrea Friese, and Dr. Sara Metz, and Larry Herz, and Rebecca Berry, and Rich O'Brien. Thank all of you for joining us here today. Doctor took off. Rich, should we play it now or wait till tomorrow? We did a little walk around on Monday.
I'm gonna put it up on just a regular post. At least that was an idea.
Yeah, tomorrow. Let's play it in the show. We're gonna do that.
Hey, and we could chat a little bit later, but if you guys have some time, I'd like to just
I'm gonna call you in 5 minutes.
Love you.
See you in 5. Rebecca, you've got a mission. Give me some clips.
I will, and we'll be chatting on Thursday. I'll shoot an email to Steve and include you guys on it so we can get on after our webinar.
I love it.
And Rich, I'll send you the info to send out as well.
Thanks, Rebecca. It's always good seeing you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Love you too.
All right. Share and like. And Zach Johnson said, Greg, how does it taste? He's referring to his spices, of course.
Oh, okay.
So it tastes good.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we'll be back here 2 p.m., 2 to 4 p.m., Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. on Saturday. The Modern Eater Show continues.